Hello everyone, welcome to the video, and today we're going to be talking about a Season 1 tier list for Marvel Rivals. This is going to be on the higher tier ranked, so certain heroes will be better the lower you go in terms of ranked, and I'm going to try to get through this quickly as to not make the video 35 minutes long. So the first hero we have is Adam Warlock. I'm going to put Adam Warlock in B, although you could probably argue for him to be in C. He has subpar healing, he does have some decent utility with the reses and whatnot, and he does decent damage, but most healers are just kind of better than him right now, so he'll probably be towards the bottom of the B tier. We then have Black Panther. Black Panther's good, he's just countered pretty hard by heroes like Namor, who is currently the meta. A lot of the supports counter him as well. Just solid DPS, definitely capable of taking over the game, however he's just too easily countered currently. We then have Black Widow. I don't think Black Widow's very good. Then we have Hulk. Hulk is very, very strong. I'm probably going to put Hulk in the S tier, actually. With his team up with Iron Man, he's definitely in the S tier. Without it, he's still very, very strong, so we're going to leave him here. However, you could maybe make an argument for SS. We then have Captain America. I don't think Captain America is that good. I'm not sold. I know he got buffed, and his team up with Thor and Storm could be decent, but as of right now, I feel like he just gets not a lot of value, especially compared to some of the other tanks in the game. We then have Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger's ultimate is insane. The cloak ability in general, being able to completely cancel out certain ults, is very strong as well. Definitely one of the best supports in the game currently. We then have Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is, in my opinion, probably the best tank in the game. He's just so good. His ultimate is amazing. He's capable of doing so much DPS as well as his shield, which has like 1,000,000 health. We then have Groot. I think Groot is very strong. Probably top of the A tier. Pretty solid main tank, but with the current meta with Storm and Iron Man and Flyers in general, his walls don't get a lot of value. We then have Hawkeye. Hawkeye is still very good. Very strong, capable of one-shot and completely changing a fight. So very strong if you can hit your shots. We have Hela. Hela is definitely the top of the SS tier. She got a small nerf, nothing crazy. Very strong, definitely banned quite often, and overall a very good pick. You can also argue for her to be in, and I'm just now realizing I had these mixed up, so I just fixed that. But then we have Iron Fist. Iron Fist doesn't get a whole lot of value. I'm going to be putting him in the C tier. You can make him work, but it's just hard to get kills on Iron Fist. He does have a lot of health. If players understand how he works and don't shoot his deflect so he doesn't get 1,000,000 health, then he can just die pretty easily, but for the most part he's just surviving and irritating backlines. Just he doesn't really kill anyone, but at the same time he doesn't die. Then we have Iron Man. I'm going to put Iron Man in the S tier. Iron Man with the Hulk team up is very, very strong. Without it, he's probably top of the A tier. But that Gamma Beam is capable of doing so much damage, it's actually absurd. We then have Jeff. Jeff is going to be at the top of the C tier. Actually, we're going to put Jeff right above Adam Warlock. His ultimate is just very, very strong, capable of completely changing team fights, and he just got a buff to his heals as well. We then have Loki. I think Loki is solid, really good counter to dive. His totems are really, really strong, and he can copy any ult in the game, obviously, which is going to give him a lot of situational value as well. We then have Luna Snow. I think Luna Snow is still great. Her ultimate still lasts a crazy amount of time. Overall, a really, really good support. We then have Magic. Magic is solid. She's nothing crazy. There's definitely DPS in the game that are much, much better than her. But she's decent. She's good. Then we have Magneto. Magneto is in the S tier, probably towards the top of the S tier. He is one of the better tanks in the game, in my opinion. I think these are the best 3 tanks in the game: Magneto, Hulk, and Strange. We then have Mantis. Mantis is probably at the top of the S tier. She did get a small nerf, but she still has crazy amounts of value, and I think she's just a little bit worse than Luna Snow and Cloak, in my opinion. We then have Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight, with the buff to his ultimate, is very, very strong. His ultimate is now good and capable of actually killing things. On top of the already crazy amounts of damage he can put out, he's pretty solid right now. Then we have Namor. I think Namor is possibly the best DPS in the game. He's very irritating to deal with. If a Namor is hitting headshots, he's able to just do crazy amounts of damage with not only the headshot, but his turrets, because they proc off headshots. And also he can just throw them out constantly because the cooldown is so low. Then we have Penny Parker. I don't think Penny Parker's all that good. Going to be in the C tier. We then have Psylocke. I think Psylocke is excellent. Right up there with these 3 DPS. Always great choices. Definitely some of the best DPSs in the game. Punisher. Punisher is going to be in the A tier. He's capable of doing pretty consistent DPS. He just got buffed, so he is a little bit better. I'm going to put him towards the top of the A tier. Definitely a solid hero to pick. We have Rocket. I don't think Rocket's that good. And I know a lot of people have him much higher, but I feel like his healing is subpar. His ultimate's like whatever. He does get some utility with his reses, and he can be kind of hard to kill sometimes, but compared to some of the other support ults in the game, like Luna, Mantis, and Cloak, he's just not even in the same caliber at all. And next we have Scarlet Witch. Scarlet Witch is still bad. We have Spider-Man. Spider-Man is still bad. I feel like maybe you can argue for Spider-Man to be like here. Actually, yeah, we are going to put him at the bottom of the C tier, but you can argue for D tier. I feel like every time I have a Spider-Man on my team, he gets no value. And overall, this hero is just so hard to play. And it's just high risk, low reward for like most cases. We then have Squirrel Girl. She recently got a buff, and I feel like she's pretty solid. Probably better than Panther currently, and definitely a really, really good DPS. And we have Star-Lord. Star-Lord's ult is outstanding. He's capable of doing a lot of damage. He's pretty safe to play. We're going to put him right here just above Hawkeye. And we have Storm. I think Storm is excellent right now. She just got buffed, and she's picked and banned pretty much every single game. Definitely hard meta character, played all the time right now. Now we have Thor. Thor is more of like a DPS tank. You wouldn't really be able to get a whole lot of value from like solo tanking with Thor, but as an off tank, he does quite well, and he has a lot of value. But he's more of a DPS. Like I said, he does more damage than he does tanking, which he is quite good at. Then we have Venom. Venom just got buffed, but I still feel like he's not that great. A lot of Venoms just swing in and kind of die. Not terrible if you can get a coordinated dive, but overall just not one of the better tanks in the game. Then we have Bucky. Bucky is solid. Probably top of the... Nah. We're going to put Bucky like right around here. He is a solid DPS. There are better DPS in the game, but he can get value, especially with nerfs to Hela and Hawkeye, who were his direct counters. Bucky is definitely feeling a lot better. Then we have Wolverine. Wolverine is still going to be taking out tanks very, very easily. He is countered by the Invisible Woman. However, you could still get value even with that counter. Even if she's constantly pushing you back, you're still kidnapping tanks. You're still doing a lot of damage to tanks in general. And I feel like tanks, as you can tell, are quite strong in this current meta. Then we have this guy. I honestly forget his name, but he's pretty forgettable in general. Not that good. It could come out later on in the season that he's the best hero in the entire game, and I was completely wrong. But as of right now, it just feels like he does no damage. He seems kind of like an off tank almost. And now we have the Invisible Woman. She is very, very, very strong. She has quite a bit of utility with her push and pull, as well as her ultimate being outstanding. Definitely a really good pick currently. And so this is the final tier list. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.